So I know this lighting and angle is a little crazy, but I decided to... Hey dreamers, welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time here, you belong here and we love you already. So
before we continue, you go first.
I'm sorry, we're just so raw. I'm going to let you guys know what happened a little bit before that video that you saw in the beginning of just me talking. Literally the video right before this. So on June 1st, 2020, let's just say that God had placed in my heart the idea to get married with Carlos. So I was literally just chilling in my room, as you saw, my high ponytail, no makeup, whatever, working out clothes. And it was just literally a thought that was placed in my heart, and it felt so right. It felt so good. And I was just totally with it. Whenever God does speak to me and just place something in my heart, I feel like I get so excited and it just feels so right that I just want to go after it. So I was so excited about it. Carlos was working at that time, having no idea that this idea was put into my heart. And I am a big person behind the meaning of names. So I did some research on my phone in Safari and I looked up the meaning behind every name of the month. And keep in mind that this was June 1st, so literally the first day of the month. And as I was looking at all the meanings of the month, June's meaning was marriage and love. So I am a huge person of signs and meanings, like I said. So I saw that as a huge sign and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to convince Carlos for us to get married this month, because I just felt like it was so perfect. But obviously I wasn't like, we're gonna get married this month no matter what he says. Like, I needed to bring up the idea to him first, but I just thought that there was totally a reasoning behind me getting this idea placed in my heart on June 1st, and then seeing the meaning behind the month of June is marriage and love. I mean, like, how perfect and extraordinary is that? So once he got to my house, because we were going to spend the rest of the day together, I just had like the courage to bring this idea up to him. I knew I wanted to get married, like I wanted for us to get married very soon, because I just wanted to go I wanted for us to just go all in for God. Like, we just needed like that next step, and it just felt so right, this idea. So I built up the courage to speak to him about it. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and show the clip where I literally bring up this idea to Carlos. So here we go. To let you talk, but I just want to say that like I'm ready to go to the court and get our marriage license. And me and Nena Rodriguez are ready to do it as soon as possible, literally like within the next 2 months. I'm ready to talk to your parents, and I'm ready to like just start our life.
So my reaction when she told me all this, I was shocked. I thought she was going to talk about something else, something totally random. But when she was like, I have something to say to you, I'm like, all right, I'm all ears, tell me. And she's like, I want to get married. And I was like, cool, me too. She's like, I want to get married in June. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, you do? Like this month? Yeah. And she was like, yeah, June. And I was like, okay, you know, I gotta stretch, I gotta really think about this. Like, no, I wanna get married in June. And I asked her, like, what's the reason, like, why am I getting married so fast? And then when she like explained it in the video, I don't know, it felt like it was right, because we waited so long for this. And I'm always wanted to get married, like I wanted to do like the right way. Like, I wanted to propose. I had everything planned out this year, but of course with this pandemic going on, it couldn't happen. Like, my dream proposal that I had planned and envisioned, and I had so many like plans after after she finished school and everything. Yeah. And
so we knew it was coming. We knew the marriage was coming. So yes, June 30th is our wedding date. So we got married June 30th. we're gonna go ahead. Oh, I should probably mention where we got married. So with the pandemic going on, and we can't really do anything big, but we didn't want to anyways, but we got married
in my living room. But it was really nice setup and everything. We did it.
Who set it up?
Oh, well, she and our best friend Tiara did too. Helped us out.
Yeah. So now, so good. We're gonna go ahead and insert a video of our actual wedding. Here we go.
So, by the power invested in me by the state of Florida as the notary public, I pronounce you husband and wife.
That is our whole wedding story. La 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 la. Summed up.
Summed up.
Oh, sorry. And so here's our rings.
Boom.
Married for
it's official.
So now we're gonna go ahead and answer some of the questions that you guys have asked on our Instagram. A little Q&A. Some things that you guys have been wondering about, because I know this was a total surprise to many of you.
Yep.
And we'll explain why soon. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure you do, so that you guys can catch up with any things that aren't on our YouTube, and you can be a part of our like little questionnaires and just engagement in our community and stuff like that. Okay, so the very first question is, how did you guys know that you were the one? Okay, so I'll go first on this one. So the very first time that Carlos caught my attention in like this kind of way, you know, like that attention, was, well, we were just really close friends for like the longest time, and I had a little get together at my house on 7-Eleven, the date, because I just loved getting my friends together and walking to 7-Eleven by my house and getting free Slurpees. So we had a get together at my house. I ordered pizza, and I just remember all my friends were in my living room having fun, playing games, and I was in, I didn't want to bother them, so I was just like in the living room cleaning up a little bit, didn't want to ask for help. But Carlos came around the corner. I was like, hey, can I help you with anything? And I don't know why, but like, that just totally caught my attention. Just the thought that he could have been out there having fun, enjoying time with the boys and all of our guy friends and our girlfriends too, but he decided like to come where I was and like to serve me and help me really meant a lot and caught my attention. And another thing too, something that is so important to me, guys, is, or that was so important to me, was that the person that I was gonna be with for the rest of my life, I needed them to love and want kids. That was like my main thing. So just seeing the way that Carlos was when we were friends, seeing the way that he was with my two younger siblings, like caught my attention completely and just helped me realize that he was the one. And I don't know, just it gave me a really good vibe, and it meant a lot to me that he loved and was really good with kids. And not only that, but fun fact is that in my junior year of high school, when I was coming out of a pretty bad toxic relationship, I decided to just give that relationship to God and just follow God wholeheartedly that year. And in the process of doing that, I ended up creating a list of the qualities that I wanted my future husband to have, and I will always pray over that list and always keep it next to me, and every night just pray over it and be like, God, please send him my way, someone who is, and I'll just read over my list. And after just reading and praying over that list, God just started revealing to me that Carlos was that person that I was praying for. So that just knocked it off the park for me. Like, that was like he is the one. We are meant to be. So that's my little
And as I say, she still has the list too and everything.
Yes.
So maybe we could show you later.
Yes, I would love to do that.
Okay, my turn now. So with me, when I knew she was the one, like it all started when we were just friends. Like first, we just started off as just friends. I didn't really have like that feelings towards her yet. But it's like when I started getting to know her more and more and more, and just how like I get to be like myself. I'm not like fake with her and everything. Ooh, my heart's pounding a little bit. It's kind of like nervous talking about this.
Nervousing.
Nervousing. I don't know, it's just like a gut feeling. I just always had her in my mind, and I remember when I tried my first attempt, tried to go with her, she declined me. She friend zoned me. I was in the friend zone. But you know what? Your boy don't give up, so listen. So, I don't know, for some reason, like, even when she, like, friend zoned me and everything, it usually doesn't really bother me. I usually just move on, I'm okay with it. But for some reason with her, I just had her in my mind. Something was about this girl was like, no, like, God was telling me, like, no, stick with this one. Stick with this one, right? So, fast forward. So I was in a relationship before, right? And for some reason, even when I was with this other person, I kept comparing her to Nena. Like I kept comparing every person like to like Nena. And for some reason, it was just driving me crazy. I'm like, what the heck is this? What's wrong with me? Why is she's like always in my head? And it got to a point. I'm being serious on this. I prayed over her. I prayed.
This is your first time praying for something like this?
Yes, because for some reason, like, she was always in my mind, and I thought that was bad because I'm feeling like, I'm like jealous over her. I want her, and I'm just like, I'm just, you know? So I prayed, and I prayed for like, God to like send me someone just like Nena. Like, I wanted a girl just like Nena, and I would treat her right, and I would do everything I can to make it right, you know? And I kid you not. So this is why I'm a big believer in God, right? I'm not sure if it was like the next day or like that week, but I know it was literally that week. Nicole, my sister, told me that Nena likes you. And that was a big plot twist for me. I was like, whoa, what? This one, she likes me? I'm like, all right, God, I see what you did there. We'll make this right. I asked her out, and ever since then, I kept more and more falling in love with her. And
kept falling in love with him, and we just...
Boom.
Yeah, boom.
So hopefully, yeah, understand where I was coming from.
So now the next question is, what drew the both of us to know that we wanted to be together for life? So one thing that is very important and worth mentioning is the fact that Carlos and I, we both went into this relationship with the intentions to get married and with the intentions to be together for the rest of our life. So we didn't come into the relationship just thinking, oh, we'll see how it goes. Like, oh, we'll probably break up. He's probably just another boyfriend. We didn't, or I'm sure like you didn't come into the relationship thinking that like the same way me. Like, we both knew that we wanted to get married. Like, the intentions of us dating was to get married. And so that just made it that much easier for us to know that we wanted to be together with each other for life. We started in the beginning, and that was just our goal throughout all the stages of our relationship. So.
And with me too, I'm always big on like commitment. If I'm gonna dive into a relationship, it's gonna be like all of me.
Right.
And another thing with Nena, something different was like I prayed over her. And she was like the one, like she was like a miracle. Like, God sent me her. Like it was like I needed to keep this because I prayed over it, and I can't mess this up. And that's just how like that was for me. And then I don't know, it's like every day I'm always like something new, like falling in love with you, you know.
All right. So the next question is, what have you guys learned about each other that you didn't know before?
This is, can I say something random?
Sure.
Well, like, Nena's like low-key could like sing, like low-key, like she has a good voice. I'd be like in the car, spacing out, like I usually do. Like, I'm spacing out, and I'm hearing this one like singing this to the song, and I was like, hold up, put the volume down, like, dang girl, you can sing. It's like, stop it.
Oh, I don't like
it. So yeah, that's like something low-key, and also, she has a really good Harley Quinn impression. If you guys don't know who Harley Quinn is, it's DC, Joker's girlfriend. So, future Harley Quinn over here.
Yes, I like that. So, something that I've learned about Carlos, and it's just like throughout the years that I've learned, I know it's like a lot more serious than what he said, but fun fact, I learned his love language. And I know you guys are probably like, what?
Love language.
What does that mean? What even is that? So my love language, for an example, is giving gifts to people and surprising people. And I feel loved when I get that back. So let's say Carlos surprised me like with roses or just things like that. Like, he's incredible at it. But Carlos's love language, for example, is more like affection, hugs, touch, kisses, you know, like stuff like that. So something that I've learned in this relationship was that I can't just speak my own love language in order for us to work out. I have to learn to be able to speak Carlos's love language, which has just made our relationship and our bond so much stronger, I feel like.
That's so
once
true.
we understood that about each other.
Speaking my language, you know.
Oh, all right, the next question.
Next one.
When them kids coming? Well,
Whoa, that's a little personal.
I'm just kidding. So first of all, we need to put out there, we are not expecting. So many people thought that we got married because we either like wanted to have a baby right away, or that we were already pregnant. No. But as far as answering the question, only God knows.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. But something that like
My foot
is
fell asleep.
Oh gosh.
Waking it up. Okay, I'm up.
Something to put out there is that one of mine and Carlos's like biggest dreams are to become parents one day. Like, we both just love kids, and this idea of like growing our family on a farm and raising animals.
Wait, what? I spaced out.
You kept nodding.
I did. I spaced out.
But it is a huge dream for us. But as far, only God knows. That's our answer. We don't know when they're coming.
When
We're
the paper
excited.
comes, you know, the money.
Oh goodness.
I'm just joking.
So the next question is, why didn't anyone know prior? So as we all know now, since I explained it in the beginning of this video, this all came to me as a surprise. God placed it in my heart. And like I said, when he places things in my heart, I just want to go for it. Like, I'm all in. Let's do this, God. I'm excited. Let's go. I'm all in it for you. Okay. So just the way that God had placed it in my heart, I just felt like it was only right to have this holy moment just between me, Carlos, and God. And I think it just made it that much more special and that much more beautiful and sentimental. Just having it between us and immediate family. Now, don't think that we aren't going to have our dream wedding, because we absolutely will, where everyone's going to be invited, and we'll be on the mountains and have Ed Sheeran singing our slow dance song.
We'll have Justin Bieber dancing with me from the first dance.
Yes, exactly. All of that is coming eventually, God willing, in his plan, and once we receive that money. But I hope that makes sense as to why we didn't tell anyone. We just wanted to go for it.
Yeah.
Just us two, and it felt so right, and we felt on top of the world, and that's something for sure we're going to cherish and remember.
Yeah.
Just having that little special private moment between us.
And shout out to Justin Bieber, first dance, you know.
Ed Sheeran is gonna sing the song.
No, Justin Bieber, first dance.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. Okay, so the next question is, what do you guys do to keep Christ at the center of your relationship?
What we do to keep Christ in the center is always thinking about our blessings, always being grateful of each other, and just always every day just getting reminded of what God's doing in our lives, and always continuing doing in our lives. And just, even if like we have a disagreement, we always try our best to reason with each other, and always
respect each
other, how God like loves the church and everything, just love each other.
Respects the church, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. And something that I want to add too is making it like a priority to go to church and surround ourselves with people who are like us, and who who want what we want.
Yeah.
You know? And so something that we would do is that when quarantine wasn't happening and before this pandemic, we'll go to church Sunday nights and we'll worship and listen to a message, and then right after we'll grab some pizza, like a little dinner date, and we'll be able to talk about the message and just like deepen like those deep talks, you know. I feel like those deep talks are really important.
Yeah,
and made us like so much stronger. And just praying with each other, through good things, the bad things, once we're anxious and just things like that. And doing devotion, alone time with God and with each other. I feel like it's something that we do to keep the Lord at the center of our relationship.
And I was gonna say, I like what you said too about always surrounding ourselves with good people too.
Yes.
And it really also helps us to better help us. I don't know.
Yeah, follow God. No,
Yeah.
that's so true though. The last thing, which is from her, was where did we first meet? So for those of you who don't know, we first met at high school.
Oh, alright, high school.
We met at high school. And actually I want to show this real quick because I already showed it on our Instagram. So like I said, if you don't follow us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram. But this is a little gift that we received on the mail for our wedding. And this is where it says hello. And this is Google Maps, and that's literally the spot where we met. This is the part, my house, where we talked about getting married. This is his house where we got married. So I thought that was very special. So this is where we met. We met in high school. We met in 9th grade, and we were best friends throughout whole high school, but we didn't start dating until senior year.
Yeah.
So listen, people out there trying to get their girl, and girls trying to get their man, there's hope, okay? It took us 4 years to get together.
Yeah, especially for me, I was friend zone, so you know,
yes, there's
if you're friend zone out there, there's hope. You never know, could be the one.
All right, I think that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining us, and we are just so grateful and so excited for what's to come. And just a little sneak peek and news flash or whatever, there's a lot of changes coming up for this channel and for many other things, so stay tuned and try to guess what those changes may be. But we are so excited for what God has for us individually and together. And by the way, if you haven't seen our devotion together on my Instagram, make sure to go check that out, because God built some nice things in there. So go ahead and check that out on my Instagram on the IGTV episode 4 of Let's Talk Life. You'll be able to see our little two faces there, and make sure you get caught up with us and watch us on there. Other than that,
we love you guys, and make sure you guys like, subscribe, and follow us on our accounts.
Yes,
and just
on all our accounts. And that's it.
Yep.
All right, have a blessed rest of your week. Bye.
Bye.
Good job.
Thank you.
Bye, Jaden.
That's to you, Jaden.
Okay, you can say some more. So now, so good. We're gonna go ahead and insert a video of our actual wedding. Here we go. And the wedding. And we kiss the bride. Okay.